So
we're always a
let's
little
jump
bit
right
off from
in
the
and
beginning.
start with our new version trailer.
Okay, good.
Let's
At
do
least
it.
we're not missing this. Okay, please let me know if you can't hear it.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Ooh. Okay.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body.
Yes, Nahida!
Yeah! Hey! Make yourself at home!
Wow, okay.
Yeah!
Like an entire dome?
But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
Oh, Layla, she's so pretty.
Is it too late for an extension? Ha! Not now.
Oh, okay, so she's a sword user.
Shine for me.
Cryo sword user. Do we have a cryo sword user? Yes, we do. Kaya, who am I kidding? Okay, it looks like
there is
a
still
Dendro
some
boss.
time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
So, you think this is over?
Wait. No.
Oh no! No, you don't. No!
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's
Don't
soul
cry, she's
concerning the
crying.
truth of this world.
The balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
Oh, dang.
At my command,
What is
you
this?
shall
Power
fall.
Rangers unite.
My endless cycle begins. Your ploy was to
I just can't
sacrifice
take him
the
seriously when he
traveler. Was it
does
not?
that, like,
Nilu, are
yelling
you
voice.
sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Team
Aito's plan
Unite.
is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Dang, this is a full-out
You
war.
betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god.
We are using human wisdom to
Oh,
create
dang.
A god. Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Reenact a scene of the Archon War. What the- How big is that thing? That is ginormous. What the heck? But Scaramouche Nation rise? Get your Primo Gems, let's go. Okay, I hope it's okay. Volume wise. Let me see here. What do I have on? Okay, good. We have 1080p. Dang. That I felt like they were just showing us a lot of like cutscene material. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like, save something for the game. Wow, that is crazy though. That did look like something out of the Archon War, like Zhongli shooting down his spears and pillars and everything like that.
We've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sub-Zerus Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon Quest in version 3.2.
Oh, we're just getting
Picking up
one.
right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Nahida's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with 2 of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form, as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these 2 harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of 2 insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
Nice.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious
I
what
guess
the
we're just
future
getting
for
Act 5.
Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I just hope things will work
Will
out
we
for
be
everyone
able to
affected
solve it
by
with the power
Elazar,
of friendship?
Like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to
I don't know
miss
if we can
Chapter
wrap it up
5
in
of the
just one
Archon
act.
quest. Akasha
Guys, I'm
pulses,
kind
the
of doubtful
flame
about that.
rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Interesting.
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the
What does that
storyline,
mean?
Maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the
Yeah.
god that the academia has been creating.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's
A's
talk
family
about the
popping off.
Balladeer boss battle.
Oh.
This boss looks tough.
That is
The
just
Doctor must have put a
utter
lot of his
Power
energy into
Rangers
this.
Transformers
Yeah,
boss.
the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
New
Sounds
boss.
Woo!
Dang. I honestly just want to hear Scaramouche go, Dottore, let's roll out. That would make my everything. Okay. It also has cryo and pyro and hydro and electro. Okay. Oh. This music, you can always count on Genshin for a boss battle bop. Okay, got Inazuma vibes. This is crazy. This is like the
Wow, just
Shogun
look at the
weekly
size
boss,
of it.
like on
Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
every
Yeah,
level.
no kidding.
Times
That
times
thing
10.
is huge. And come to think of
To-
it, this is like the
to the
third
10th
Fatui
power.
Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
cool.
that thing is
This
massive.
is an ultra powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of
what
abilities.
vision does
including attacks
Scaramouche
that
have?
create
What's
fields
his
of
delusion
burning
and
or
vision?
freezing effects on the ground.
And
Oh,
slash
you know what?
Gnosis, I guess.
This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna lie, he's kind of cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry,
I
but
wish.
no. Not only is it super cute, but it's also super powerful. Travelers will
Don't
need to
even
charge energy
get me
for this little
started.
helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Once the balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So,
Wow.
the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Oh, who would have guessed that little thing would be so important?
Is that
against
supposed to
a
be like
boss the
Nahida,
size
but
of a
tiny?
balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey
Yeah, it does have a cosmic look to it. This reminds me of something from Honkai.
You're right.
From one of the cutscenes from
And
Honkai.
seriously, I can't wait
With
to check
all
out
of
this
the,
new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
like black holes that
so
they
now
have.
that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2. Let's
Dang, but
welcome
that boss,
Lesser Lord
Scaramouche
Kusanali,
Nation rise on that
aka
one.
Nahida.
Yay! Finally!
Now we just
After
need him as a
everything
playable
we've
character.
experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so
Nahida
throughout our
crying
journey,
in that
maybe
trailer?
Everyone's already noticed
Oh.
some of the
If that will wreck me. I
Yeah,
can
let's call
already see
that.
it.
Unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea. But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time
Oh,
with
okay,
Nahida,
yeah, I
then
forgot.
be sure to check out
New
Nahida's
story quest.
story quest, Sapientia Oromastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate
She's
how
so cute.
beautiful it is.
Oh. I like that she attacks with her feet, kind of.
Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
I'm not quite sure what any of these things do, though. I really want, since they kind of alluded to the fact that Nahida is actually
I love her.
Rukkhadevata,
Nahida is so cute.
Lord
I love how she
Rukkhadevata
hops around when
skin
she's
for
fighting.
Nahida.
Oh, and her swing
That would be
too.
pretty cool.
So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a Catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique.
Catalyst.
You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from Dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing Dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to harvest
Okay,
materials
cool.
like that is going to be so cool. That'll really save us some time.
Yeah. This skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of
She
Dreams,
looks so
expanding
cute.
a
She looks
special
like an
field.
angel.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah. Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An Electro Party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma purification is triggered, and a Hydro Party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased.
Okay, so actually it is quite like the Traveler. Because you know how they always say that like the Traveler is kind of the budget version of the Archon? And so I think that checks out here.
And put some thought into our team's composition.
Right?
I don't know how this is going to work with my team comps, though.
These effects can be triggered while Nihida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Oh.
Nice.
Because I feel like it is kind of
we have one other character
made for
in version 3.2.
The Dendro cores, the bloom.
Very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Yeah.
All right,
and not
relatable.
only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence
She's like Zenitsu
and activate the
from Demon
talents
Slayer.
and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers should
That's so
try
funny.
to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Sawmill, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun, but it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
I love her design. She looks so cool.
I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
I wonder if she'll be
Even
like.
when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there. Watching over us.
Kind of looks like. Kind of sounds like Sayu.
My guiding stars.
I wonder, but if she'll be involved in the Archon quest, like at all, really. Maybe just like a small sneak peek of her. Okay.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while
I love
being
that.
protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night
when she
stars
goes
while it is
like
active.
leans to the side
When a
like that,
character
I think that's
protected
really
by
cool.
The shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
Night stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Yeah,
Okay, so
throughout
yeah,
the skill's
I didn't really
duration,
realize
each
she
time
is
night
a
star is
shield
accumulated,
shield
the
user.
shield strength will increase.
I mean, not a shield user,
This
but
effect
she's
can
a
stack up to a
shielder.
maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while also generating night stars for Layla's shield.
Oh, okay.
As a talented Ratawa his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts
so
character
weird.
talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question.
You
That
and
brings
Mia
us to our
again?
new
Didn't we
event
just have you and
wishes.
Mia?
In the early part of version 3.2, Nihida and Yoimiya will be available.
Am I going
In the
crazy?
later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Yaemiko and Tartaglia, and Layla will become available for the first time.
Wait,
Also, a new
Layla's
5-star
not on
weapon,
Nahida?
1,000 floating dreams, will be appearing in the new
Rip.
weapon event Wish.
She's
Oh,
only on
nice.
Child? Why
By
are
the
they
way,
pushing
I've heard
Child
that
so
Layla's
hard?
been getting ready recently to
Don't do this
participate
to
in
me.
Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code. You guys get it?
Boo.
I know.
All right, that's enough.
Dang, that boss. I still haven't quite seen where the connection between Sino and the bad jokes are. I haven't seen it anywhere. Maybe in his voice lines. I don't know. Dang it. I was really hoping Layla was gonna be on Nahida's banner. Shoot. I feel like this happened the last time Child was around. I want to say Toma was on Hu Tao's banner. I want to say yes. Because I wished for Child, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to try to snag a Toma or two on Hu Tao, and then that went terribly. So don't follow my example. But yeah. Wow, okay, we got a Child rerun a year later. Go Child, I guess. I was wondering when that was going to come about. And Miko, nice.
Welcome back to the version 3.2
So just
special
one
program,
character
everyone.
for 3.2.
Next, we'll take a look at
Oh,
some
we're
of the
getting
new
Dory.
events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru. Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Dang.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, it looks kind of like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
Well, I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special
Got it,
Training Mode.
Pokemon. Okay.
In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types, Coordinated Assaults and Zone Defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line.
The corners of my eyes always get so itchy, like I have a hair there or something.
This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation. Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Oh, that is a good one, Sino.
Let's
That
leave
is a
that
good
for
one.
travelers to discover themselves.
That was a good one, right, guys?
Fun guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we
You've
have
never
a
heard that
change
one
of pace
before,
with
right?
An all-new Trials event.
Oh,
For this event, travelers will have to use
not me, not
characters'
this
special
streamer.
abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yenfei's and Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things
I
even
think
more
they're
interesting,
running out of
this
ideas
event
for
will support
events.
co-op gameplay.
Oh, this sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice.
Because we're finally
So,
getting the
what changes
Dendro
can
cube.
travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2. Besides serving as a new open-world boss, the Dendro Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around,
That just seems so weird to me.
Challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro
Like a Dendro
Hypostasis.
Hypostasis
Before
cube.
each challenge, travelers may
Just
select
doesn't
a
quite
buff
seem
effect
right.
to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primogem rewards, then don't worry, you won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event,
Okay,
let's take
okay.
a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in
Oh, yeah,
the
we've already done
Outside
this.
the Canvas Inside the Lens event.
Yeah.
And once again, we'll be working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth
He's
mentioning
back
here
again?
that some
Feel like he was just here.
optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas, Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serena Teapot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serena Teapot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Yeah.
What does that
This feature
mean?
will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but
is
didn't
true.
have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring
I've
that
seen some pretty cool
creativity
ones
back to their
on
own
Instagram.
teapot, or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your
I
friends
feel like
with
people are
amazing
gonna try
teapot
selling
skills.
those though.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Because I've seen some pretty
Which
cool ones
brings
that
us
take a
to our
lot of
final
time and
update to
effort.
share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings. So, players who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Teyvat.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously,
Sounds
it's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I guess not a lot's happening in 3.2. I figured, I don't know, I thought it was going to be another kind of big update, but other than the Archon quest, it sounds like not a lot's going on, but we still got some stuff to do from the last updates with Nilu's story quest and with all the desert exploration, which we really haven't even started in on, so I'm not that upset about it. But mostly just event stuff. I guess it kind of is like a sign, like when the devs don't host it, then it's like, probably a lesser update. I will have to get my Primo Gem codes later. I've been doing a bad job at logging back in and collecting them.
Well, everyone,
I guess
think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means
she looks
we've
so
arrived
cute.
at the end of our special
this is
program.
a really cool picture.
This is fun.
With like the fire on the right side and then the
ton of stuff.
grass and everything,
So many
grass and
events
flowers
too,
on the left.
But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahi the playable character, Nahi the playable character, Nahi the playable character.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so insane.
Yes.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro Hypostasis, and of course the fabulous fungus frenzy, getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
You gotta get on it.
hopefully get some designs from others, or at least, get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers.
Okay,
May the wisdom
interesting.
of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
Wow, that's it. That's where we're leaving off.